This video is going to be about cell division. And cell division is when one cell divides to form two daughter cells. The first phase of cell division is called interphase. Interphase is split up into three phases, the first phase being the G1 phase. The G1 phase is when the cell grows and develops. The second phase is called the S phase. This is when the cell's DNA is replicated. The DNA is replicated so that each daughter cell can get one set of DNA from the parent. The third and final phase is called the G2 phase. This is usually the shortest of the phases, and it's when the cell prepares for mitosis. During this phase, the cell makes all of the organelles it needs for mitosis, including the centrioles. Here you will see the DNA begin to uncoil and the centriole begin to split up into two. As you can see, the centriole splits and the DNA begins to unwind. The next stage of cell division is called mitosis. Mitosis is split up into four phases. The first one is prophase. Second is metaphase. Third, anaphase. And finally, telophase. Right now, we will be learning about prophase. This clip is going to be about early prophase. In early prophase, the genetic material condenses. And the replicated chromosomes actually become visible, which we will see in a minute. Second, the spindle fibers begin to form around the centriole. Here are the spindle fibers, and here's the DNA. The DNA is going to split until it forms the chromosomes, and the spindle fibers are going to come out this way. As you can see, the centrioles form the spindle fibers and bring them out, and you can see the chromosomes form. Next, we will be learning about late prophase. During late prophase, the spindle fibers form and attach to the centromere of the duplicated chromosomes, and the nucleolus disappears and the nuclear envelope breaks down. The centrioles will move to the poles of the cell and fully form the spindle fibers. As you can see, the centrioles move and form the spindle fibers all around, and then the spindle fibers connect to the centromeres of the duplicated chromosomes, or the middle of them, and the nucleus and the nucleolus completely go away. Next, we will be learning about metaphase. Metaphase is when the centromeres of the duplicated chromosomes line up across the middle of the cell. As you can see, they start moving to the middle of the cell and line up. The next stage of cell mitosis is the anaphase. Anaphase begins when the sister chromatids split apart and become two individual chromatids. When they split, they begin to move to the outer parts of the cell. Anaphase ends when the chromosomes are completely split up into two groups. As you can see, they split apart and are now individual chromatids. The final stage of mitosis is the telophase. During the telophase, the nuclear envelope reforms around each cluster of cells and the nucleolus becomes visible again. And also, the spindle fibers will split up. Here you can see that the spindle fibers have broken apart and that the nucleolus has become visible, and now the nucleus, or the nuclear envelope, is reforming. At this point, mitosis has ended, and the final stage of cell division is called cytokinesis. During cytokinesis, the cytoplasm is pinched down and drawn inward until it is into two nearly equal parts until it completely splits into two cells. Cytokinesis usually happens at the same time as the telophase that we learned about earlier, in which the nucleus reforms and the nucleolus is visible. As you can see here, it's pinched until it completely splits apart, and now the DNA recoils until it is two complete cells.